The time has come. We are now in a new age. And in this new age, we are receiving information that has been in the existence for over about 5,000 years ago. And this information has been passed down from schools of thought to schools of thought until this moment that we are now at. And today I'm going to talk about the concept or the illusion of what we call externalization. So ever since we were young, we have always been taught to understand things from way beyond us. We've been taught to look at the world from the eyes of the external. If we want to understand things, we look away from us. We have been taught to look at things superficially, not looking from within. But the truth is, all answers that we seek and everything which we want to know is within us. All the knowledge that we seek is available to us now as it is tomorrow, in the past, or whatever form that you want to call it. So in today's video, I'll be teaching you how to look within for the answers you seek without. And in doing that, I'll be using one fundamental principle known as the principle of correspondence. So the principle of correspondence simply states that as above, so as below, as within, so as without. This could also mean that what we call the macrocosm is the same as the microcosm. So the microcosm stems from the macrocosm, and so on and so forth. So if you want to understand the universe and everything in it, we can look at ourselves, we can look within us and understand how everything simply works. So to take this point home, or for you to be able to understand this fundamental principle, I want to use nature to explain something to you. Now, if you go out there and you look at nature, you will notice one thing. We have trees, we have water, we have vegetation and everything, and we have sun, the rain, and so on and so forth. Okay? If you look at the sun does not struggle to rise. If you look at the trees do not struggle to bring out fruit. If you look at the rivers, the oceans, there is abundance of water. In other words, if you look at the universe out there, we have what we call abundance of everything. And this means that there is no such thing as lack. But the concept of lack has been forced upon us by the media, by the systems that be, in order for them to turn our state of consciousness into that of lower states. But when you understand there is abundance of everything, and more for you does not mean less for me, then you become one with the energy of creation, which created everything in abundance. And once you understand that there is abundance of everything, you now stop struggling. You now stop having what you call fear of the uncertain. You do not have now what you call struggling and doing a lot of physical actions for you to compensate of that which you do not have. Then, if abundance is, it also means abundance is a state that can be achieved by anyone, not tomorrow, not in the past, but in this present moment. So when you learn how to tune into the frequency of abundance, you stop struggling because you are now aligned. And when you are aligned, you will start having what we call mental nudges, whereby something tells you, do this, do that, go here, go there. And when you follow those mental nudges, because they come from the point of abundance, you will be now acting from what we call inspired action. And inspired action is the right seed at the right soil that will enable for the plants that you are planting to actually sprout. Okay? And that is the reason why you might find someone doing a lot of physical action. They are a very hard-working person. They do all that is required for them to do, but in the end, they still end up struggling. They never have enough money. But then there is that one person who always seems as if they're lazy. They seem as if they do less or bare minimum, but they always live effortless life. It's not that that person is more clever than the other. It's because the other person is acting from the state of abundance, while the other person is acting from the state of lack. It does not matter what physical action you do. You could be working from 6 to 6 a.m., but if your state of consciousness is that of lack, you will still experience a reality of lack. Remember the principle of correspondence. As within, so without. So look at your external life. Look at how things are happening to you. Look at what you have. That is a total reflection of your internal state. Your external only matches your internal. And if you wish to change your external, then you don't change the external. You work on shifting the internal. Once you shift the internal, half the work is already done. But once you're trying to change the effect with an effect, that is what we call a loop, because you cannot really do that. So when you stop being fixated on the manifested, on the physical reality, and then you start to try to understand what causes the reality to be as it is, you are now becoming awakened. You are now realizing that you've been creating some kinds of experiences unknowingly, and now you are using that unawareness as a power, as a catalyst for you to now create things through the eyes of awareness. And that is simply how now you start transmuting and entering into a balanced kind of state. And if you've enjoyed this kind of video, or would like for me to dig in on the universal principles that govern nature, please tell me in the comment section below, and I will see you on the next one. Stay safe, stay blessed, and stay awakened. And before I forget, if you wish, or if you'd like to work one-on-one with me in our online self-mastery coaching sessions, please DM me on the email on the description of this video, and I'll see you on the next one.